Welcome back to the Bond Report. You know we love to leash up and explore those fascinating connections on the Bond TV series, and um, today we're diving into the world of Alaskan Klee Kais.
Oh, yes, the mini huskies with those piercing blue eyes.
I'm already hooked.
We've got a great episode to unpack, a fascinating interview with a Klee breeder,
Okay.
plus some articles about the breed, and just for fun,
Yeah.
some dog-themed goodies.
Okay, I've got to admit, I have a weakness for anything that resembles a wolf.
Right.
And those Klee Kais with those intense blue eyes, oh, they're calling my name. But
Yeah.
before I get lost in daydreams of Arctic adventures with a pocket-sized husky,
Sure.
what is it about these dogs that really makes them stand out?
Well, it's fascinating how Klee Kais were intentionally bred in the 1970s.
Okay.
You know, to have that spirit and intelligence of Siberian huskies, but in a smaller,
Okay.
more manageable size.
So like huskies for apartment dwellers.
Exactly.
Okay, I can picture it curled up on a fluffy dog bed,
Right.
dreaming of mushing through snowy landscapes. But
Yeah.
tell me more about this breeding process.
Sure.
Did they face any challenges in creating this smaller version of a working breed?
Absolutely. One of the key challenges was maintaining that distinctive husky look
Okay.
and temperament while reducing their size.
Okay.
So breeders really carefully selected dogs,
Yeah.
with desirable traits,
Yeah.
focusing on those classic markings and that double-layered coat and, of course,
Yeah.
that husky intelligence.
Okay, so it's incredible how breeders can
Yeah.
basically sculpt a breed over generations.
Yeah.
Speaking of generations, though, were Klee Kais bred directly from huskies used by the Inuit people?
Well, they share that captivating wolf-like appearance and resilience.
Okay.
But Klee Kais weren't directly bred from those huskies of the Arctic.
Okay.
They did inherit that independent spirit and connection to nature, though.
So they're like a modern-day echo of those ancient ancestors.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Now, I know you mentioned
Yes.
different sizes.
Yes, they come in 3 sizes.
Right.
Toy, miniature, and standard. The standard is the largest,
Okay.
reaching up to about 17 inches tall, while the toy size is the smallest,
Uh-huh.
topping out around 13 inches.
But even the smallest Klee Kai
Yeah.
still has that powerful husky presence.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like having a little piece of the Arctic wilderness right there in your living room.
Right.
And don't even get me started on those coat variations.
Yeah, I know.
The breeder in the episode Desiree
Yes.
was talking about black and white, gray and white, even red and white,
Yeah.
and those blue eyes.
I know. It's like looking into a glacier.
It really is. Those blue eyes are definitely captivating,
Mm-hmm.
but those coat color variations are also remarkable.
Yeah, and that double-layered coat,
Yeah.
it's beautiful, but it also serves a practical purpose.
It's all about insulation, right?
Yes.
Keeping them warm in those harsh Arctic conditions.
Exactly.
But wouldn't that be a problem in a warmer climate like Southern California?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, that thick coat is designed for colder climates. Klee Kais have adapted remarkably well to different environments.
Fun.
They are primarily indoor dogs,
Good
so
thing.
they're not spending hours exposed to the elements,
So climate isn't as big of a concern as you might think.
right?
But I can imagine that double coat sheds like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Desiree did warn potential owners about that, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
Regular brushing is key to managing that shedding
Okay.
and keeping their coat healthy.
Right.
But she also stressed that you should never shave a Klee Kai
Really?
because that double coat actually helps regulate their temperature
Oh.
in both warm and cold weather.
So it's like their own personal climate control system.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. But aside from the shedding,
Yeah.
what are some other things potential Klee Kai owners should be prepared for?
Well, one thing that really stood out in the interview was the importance of socialization.
Okay.
The Klee Kais are intelligent and can be quite independent.
Right.
So early socialization is crucial to make sure they become well-adjusted, friendly companions.
I can imagine that a poorly socialized Klee Kai might channel their inner wolf a little too much.
A little bit, yeah.
So lots of puppy playdates and positive exposure are key.
Exactly. And along with socialization comes the need for a structured routine.
Okay.
Desiree emphasized that Klee Kais thrive on consistency and can struggle with separation anxiety if they don't have a predictable schedule.
It sounds like they need an owner who's as dedicated to routine as they are.
Yes, definitely.
But on the flip side, they offer incredible companionship.
Oh, absolutely.
Desiree shared a truly heartwarming story
She did.
about a Klee Kai providing emotional support to its owner after a tragic loss.
Yes. It was very touching.
It really was. It highlighted the depth of the bond that can form
Yeah.
between a Klee Kai and its owner.
Right. It wasn't just about companionship. It
Yeah.
was about providing comfort and unwavering support during a difficult time.
It gave me chills.
Yeah.
It's moments like that
I know.
that remind you of the power of the human-animal bond.
It's really remarkable, and it speaks to those unique qualities of this breed.
Yeah.
They're not just adorable faces.
Right.
They're intelligent, sensitive creatures,
Yeah.
capable of forming deep, meaningful connections with their humans.
So it sounds like the ideal Klee Kai owner is someone who's
Yeah.
not only active and able to provide plenty of mental and physical stimulation, but also someone who's looking for a truly devoted companion.
Absolutely. It's about finding that perfect match.
Yeah.
The synergy between human and canine.
And speaking of synergy,
Yes.
there's a fascinating thread in one of the articles
Okay.
about Klee Kais as totem animals.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever delved into that world
Fascinating.
of animal totems? I've definitely heard the term,
Yeah.
but I'll admit I'm not fully versed in the concept. Is this like spirit animals or?
Well, it's a fascinating concept
Okay.
that explores the symbolic meaning of animals
Okay.
and their connection to our own lives.
Okay, so each animal is believed to embody certain qualities and traits.
Exact. Offering guidance and insight.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Okay.
What does the Klee Kai as a totem animal symbolize?
Well, the Klee Kai is associated with intelligence, loyalty, resilience, even adaptability.
Okay.
They're seen as guides for those seeking to embrace their inner strength and navigate change with grace.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It ties back to what Desiree was saying
Yes.
about how Klee Kais can inspire their owners to be more active and connected to nature.
Right.
It's like they bring out those qualities in us.
It's that reciprocal energy, that give and take, that makes the bond so special.
Right.
And it makes you wonder, what can we learn from these incredible creatures?
Yeah.
Not just about being better dog owners, but about being better humans.
Now you're getting philosophical.
A little bit.
But I love it. It's like a journey of self-discovery,
Yes.
guided by a mini husky with piercing blue eyes.
I love that.
And speaking of journeys,
Yes.
I stumbled upon something rather interesting while browsing, something that might appeal to your inner dog enthusiast.
Okay, let's hear it.
They have these amazing dog breed mugs,
Oh, wow.
each one featuring a different breed and a fun fact on the back.
Cool.
Imagine sipping your morning coffee
Yes.
while learning about the history and characteristics
Right.
of, say, a playful beagle.
That sounds great.
Wait, are you telling me there's a Klee Kai mug out there
There is.
with a fun fact that could spark a conversation about their incredible intelligence?
Yes.
And those mesmerizing blue eyes?
Yes. And they have a whole collection dedicated to different breeds.
Okay.
Each one beautifully illustrated
Uh-huh.
and packed with fascinating tidbits.
Sold. We're definitely including a link to those in the show notes.
Yes.
I can already picture myself starting my day with a steaming mug of coffee
Right.
and a dose of Klee Kai knowledge.
It's the perfect way to celebrate your love of dogs
Ew.
while also expanding your knowledge of different breeds.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe it'll even inspire you to explore the world of animals.
Now you've got me thinking about all the different animals out there
Right.
and their potential symbolic meanings. This deep dive is turning into a full-blown expedition
I love it.
into the heart of the animal kingdom.
That's the beauty of exploring the bond, isn't it?
It really is.
It's not just about dogs.
Yeah.
It's about the interconnectedness of all living things and those profound lessons we can learn from the natural world.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time for us to take a little break
Okay.
and let our listeners digest all this amazing information. We'll be back soon to delve deeper into the world of Klee Kais and explore some of those symbolic meanings we touched on.
Sounds good.
Until then,
Welcome back to the Bond Report. Before the break, we were talking about those symbolic meanings associated with Klee Kais as totem animals.
it is. I'm really finding myself drawn to these symbolic interpretations. We talked about intelligence, loyalty, resilience, and adaptability as qualities associated with them.
Right.
It makes you wonder, are these just cute labels, or do they reflect something deeper
That's a good question.
about the breed's nature?
Well, remember that heartwarming anecdote
Yeah.
as Ray shared
Mm-hmm.
about the Klee Kai who provided emotional support
Yes.
after a loss?
It was very touching.
To me, that story perfectly embodies the loyalty and resilience associated with the breed.
Yeah.
They're not just companions.
Yeah.
They can form profound bonds and offer unwavering support.
You're right. That story really stuck with me.
Yeah.
It says so much about their capacity for empathy and emotional intelligence
Mm-hmm.
and thinking about adaptability.
Yeah.
Didn't Desiree mention how Klee Kais can thrive in a variety of environments?
She did.
Okay.
And while they were originally bred for those colder climates,
Right.
they've adapted really well to different living situations.
Okay.
Their compact size and moderate energy levels make them well suited for apartment living, as long as they get sufficient mental and physical stimulation.
It's amazing how adaptable dogs can be.
They are.
They truly are remarkable creatures.
Yes.
But I'm curious, what about those who might be looking for a dog
Right.
to join them on outdoor adventures?
Yeah.
Would a Klee Kai be up for the challenge?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
While they don't require the same level of exercise as a Siberian husky,
Right.
Klee Kais still have that love for the outdoors.
Mhm.
They're eager hiking companions, enjoy exploring new trails, and even excel in dog sports like agility and obedience.
So they're pretty versatile companions,
Very.
capable of adapting to both a cozy city life and a more adventurous lifestyle.
Exactly.
It sounds like the key is understanding their needs
Mm-hmm.
and providing them with the right outlets
Yes.
for their energy and intelligence.
Right. And that's where training comes in.
Okay. Yeah.
Desiree really stressed that consistent training. And mental stimulation was so important for Klee Kais.
Okay.
They're incredibly intelligent dogs.
Yeah.
Eager to learn and please.
But didn't she also say they can be a bit mischievous?
She did.
I can imagine those husky genes might lead to some antics
Oh, yeah.
if they're not challenged.
She mentioned they have a knack for finding trouble.
Okay.
If they're bored or lack that mental stimulation,
Right.
they're independent thinkers
Yeah.
and problem solvers. So it's really important to provide them with outlets
Okay.
for their curiosity and intelligence.
So plenty of puzzle toys, training sessions, interactive games
Yes.
to keep those clever minds engaged.
Exactly.
It sounds like owning a Klee Kai
Yeah.
is a bit like having a furry four-legged puzzle to solve.
You could say that.
But it's a puzzle full of rewards.
Oh, yeah.
Their intelligence and eagerness to learn makes training both challenging and rewarding.
Absolutely.
And when you see that spark of understanding in their eyes, when they master a new trick or command, it's like magic.
It is.
It's like they're sharing a piece of their intelligence and spirit with you.
It is a connection that goes beyond words.
Yeah.
It's a bond built on mutual respect, trust, and a shared love of learning.
Right.
And that brings us back to the bond, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's about celebrating those connections we forge with animals.
You're right.
It's about recognizing the intelligence and the individuality
Yeah.
and the spirit that exists in every creature,
Yeah.
whether it's a wolf or an eagle or a Klee Kai.
And speaking of mischief,
Yes.
I'm reminded of something fun I came across
Oh, yeah.
while browsing those dog breed mugs we talked about.
Do you?
Oh, yes. The ones that sparked my coffee-fueled Klee Kai obsession.
I love it.
What about them?
Well, they have these adorable socks
Okay.
with dog breed illustrations printed on the soles of the feet.
Wait, what? Socks with dog breeds on the bottom?
I know.
That's hilarious. I could totally see myself wearing those around the house, pretending I have a pack of miniature Klee Kais following me.
Exactly, and they have all sorts of breeds,
Okay.
including Klee Kais.
Of course.
It's a fun, quirky way to show your love for the breed.
I love that.
And who wouldn't want to leave a trail of adorable paw prints everywhere they go?
Okay, you've convinced me.
Yes.
We need to include those socks in the show notes, too.
For sure.
Our listeners need to know about this.
Yes, I do.
It's like the perfect companion to the Klee Kai mug.
I know.
You can sip your coffee and admire your possum footwear.
Exactly.
Now you're getting it.
It's all about those little moments of joy and connection. And
Wow.
sometimes they come from a quirky pair of socks.
Right.
Or a mug with your favorite breed on it.
You know, it's funny how these seemingly small things
I know.
can bring so much delight.
Yes.
It's a reminder that the most profound connections
Yeah,
come from the simplest pleasures.
I agree.
But before we get too carried away with our Klee Kai merchandise wish list,
Okay.
let's circle back to the episode for a moment. Okay. What stood out to you about Jo Bond's approach to the interview?
What struck me was her genuine curiosity and respect for her guest.
Yeah.
She came prepared with insightful questions,
Okay.
demonstrating a clear understanding of the breed.
Mm-hmm.
But she also gave Desiree the space to share her passion and expertise.
Yes.
And it just created a natural flow.
It felt less like a formal interview
Right.
and more like a conversation between two people who share a deep appreciation
Exactly.
for the human-animal bond.
Exactly. That's the magic of the bond.
It is.
It's about celebrating those connections
Right.
and exploring how they enrich our lives.
Absolutely.
And it reminds us that those connections can be found in unexpected places.
Right.
A chance meeting at the dog park or even a pair of socks with paw prints.
You know, it's funny
Yeah.
how a conversation about a dog breed
I know.
can lead to such profound insights.
It's true.
It's a testament to the power of storytelling
Yeah.
and the magic of the bond. It is, and I think it speaks to Jo Bond's talent as a host.
Oh, absolutely.
She has this knack for finding those universal truths,
Yeah.
their shared experiences that connect us all.
I agree.
She's like a modern-day explorer, guiding us through the wonders of the natural world,
I love that.
revealing those hidden connections that bind us.
Right.
And just like an explorer,
Yeah.
she inspires us to go on our own journeys of discovery,
Yes.
to look beyond the surface and
Yeah.
uncover the beauty and wisdom
Yeah.
that exists all around us.
Well said. And on that note of unexpected connections, let's take another short break and give our listeners a chance to reflect.
Sounds good.
We'll be back to wrap up our deep dive into Klee Kais
Oh.
and explore what lessons we can take away from this fascinating breeds.
Welcome back to the Bond Report. We've been on quite the journey, exploring these Alaskan Klee Kais.
It has been a fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, from their history and temperament to their symbolic meaning.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, and as we wrap up this exploration,
Yeah.
I'm struck by how much we can learn from animals.
Oh, absolutely.
Not just about their species,
Right.
but about ourselves and our place in the world.
I agree. That's the beauty of shows like The Bond.
Yeah.
They remind us that everything's interconnected.
Yeah.
And they inspire us to, look deeper,
Right.
appreciate the complexities of the natural world.
And speaking of looking deeper, you mentioned earlier that encountering a Klee Kai might have symbolic meaning.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure.
What kind of message might a Klee Kai be conveying to someone who encounters them?
Well, as we talked about, Klee Kais are associated with qualities like intelligence and loyalty,
Right.
resilience and adaptability.
Yeah.
So encountering one might be a little nudge to embrace those qualities in your own life.
Okay.
Perhaps it's a reminder to tap into your inner strength or to stay true to your values or to navigate change with grace and determination.
It's like they're showing us our own potential,
Exactly.
encouraging us to embrace those aspects of ourselves
Yeah.
that might be lying dormant.
And it's not just about individual growth.
Right.
Think about that story Desiree shared
Yeah.
about the Klee Kai providing emotional support.
Yeah. It was so powerful.
That story really speaks volumes about compassion and connection.
You're right. It's a reminder that we're not meant to go through life alone.
We're not?
We need each other,
We do.
human and animal,
Yes.
to support us, challenge us, and remind us what really matters.
And sometimes all it takes is a wagging tail,
Yeah.
a wet nose, and a pair of piercing blue eyes to show us the way.
Beautifully said. It's funny how a conversation about a dog breed can lead to such profound insights.
I know, it's true.
It's a testament to the power of storytelling
Yeah.
and the magic of the bond.
It is. And I think it speaks to Jo Bond's talent as a host.
She really is amazing.
She has this knack for finding those universal truths, those shared experiences that connect us all.
She's like a modern-day explorer,
I love that.
guiding us through these wonders of the natural world,
Right.
revealing the connections that bind us.
And just like an explorer,
Yeah.
she inspires us to embark on our own journeys of discovery,
Right.
to look beyond the surface
Yeah.
and uncover the beauty and wisdom that's all around us.
Well said.
Yeah.
So as we conclude our deep dive into Klee Kais,
Yes.
I'm left with a sense of wonder,
Yeah.
a renewed appreciation for that human-animal bond, and a burning desire to get myself a Klee Kai mug
I hear ya.
and those paw print socks.
And for our listeners who are feeling inspired,
Yeah.
we'll include links to all those products.
Excellent. And with that, I think it's time to say farewell.
Okay.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep connecting.
Yes.
And remember, as Jo Bond always says,
until we bond again.